Hello everybody and welcome to Car Confections. Now we're standing out here in the middle of the night, not just for any vehicle, but for a very important vehicle. It's what's sitting right beside me. This is the all-new 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander, and this is going to be the choice of many different families for their family hauler. So what we're going to be doing tonight is a night review where we talk about all the lighting elements as well as some of the things that you don't see in the daytime. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, first of all, in all of our night reviews, we talk about what happens when you walk up to the vehicle. So when you walk up to the Toyota Grand Highlander, it does go ahead and sense your approach. And when it senses your approach, you will notice that this Grand Highlander Hybrid Max Platinum definitely has some really cool lighting elements. As you can see, it illuminates Grand Highlander out on the concrete here. It's a really cool look, especially when you walk up to the vehicle. And then, of course, as you open up the door, since it is just a light integrated under the mirror, it's actually going to kind of move the Grand Highlander text down below. Now, once we open up the door, you do have, of course, smart entry on all four doors. I want to point out you also have another little logo here. This is your Toyota logo on the ground, so you're definitely going to have a few little cool elements at nighttime with this Grand Highlander, and then when you open up the door, it's going to really illuminate nicely to what cabin you're getting inside. But before we talk about the cabin, we're going to talk about the exterior. So let's go ahead and start it up. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the exterior lighting elements. Now, of course, with this Grand Highlander, we have a new grand design. This is a very big vehicle in the Toyota lineup, and as far as the design goes, it's going to have a very big presence to it. You have a giant grille down here at the bottom, kind of a RAV4-esque design up here at the top. And let's go ahead and talk about your headlights, because that's a special element that you're not going to see in the daytime. So as you can tell, we do have a full LED headlight. This is an LED projector bulb for both your low and high beam. We have a daytime running light that runs across the top as well, and we do also have some fog lights down at the bottom. So you have a full LED lighting arrangement when it comes to this Grand Highlander. We're going to talk about the performance of these headlights a little bit later on when we get inside the cabin. I do also want to point out this is your turn signal indicator, so it doubles as your daytime running light and turn signal indicator. I think it has a very premium overall look to this headlight, although there's not going to be any like crystal designs or anything like that going on. Now, as we kind of back up and move around to the side, you will notice that this Hybrid Max Platinum does have some pretty large wheels. It's a nice contrast finish for this model. Of course, this is the fully loaded version of the Grand Highlander. Up here on the mirror, we do have some functionalities to talk about. We have an LED turn signal indicator, blind spot monitoring. One thing I'm a little disappointed about, though, is that you do not have auto dimming. So even though this is a fully loaded Grand Highlander, you will not have auto dimming on either the driver or the passenger side. So that's something you have to upgrade to the Lexus TX to get. As far as the overall side, of course, you're going to have that big boxy shape. And if you want to know all the details about it, how long it is, all the interior features and all that, we do have a daytime 7-day review that you might want to check out. Now, as we move around to the rear design of this Grand Highlander, once again, it's going to be very bold. I love the overall shape of this vehicle as a very macho kind of design. In the center, we have Toyota branding, Grand Highlander branding. Let's check out these taillights. These taillights are really cool looking at nighttime. As you can see, they are going to be full LED, kind of a bracket shape going through here. This doubles as your turn signal indicator and brake light. That's also LED. You also have an LED reverse light. One of the things you don't see in the daytime is that we do have LED license plate lighting. And of course, this is the Grand Highlander, so let's go ahead and see what this cargo area is all about at nighttime. Of course, we have a ton of space. If you want to know those figures, go watch our full review. But as far as the lighting is concerned, my oh my, we have some really fantastic lighting. So as you can see, we have these big LED bars that go across the top, and that really just shines down and illuminates everything here in the rear. You're definitely not going to have trouble seeing anything at nighttime in this Grand Highlander, and this is the exact same lighting as what you get on the Lexus TX, because we just did a night video on that not too long ago. But let's go ahead and shut up the cargo area and check out the inside of this vehicle. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and dive into the interior. So as you can see, when I open up the door, We do have some LED illumination that goes ahead and turns on. It makes, you know, getting in the cabin quite a nice experience. You're gonna see where you're getting in, that's for sure. Also, I do want to point out we have these really nice brown leather seats on this Hybrid Max Platinum. Very premium feeling quality, and you also have some Alcantara inserts in the middle. Let me go ahead and get inside though, shut it up, get out of the noise, and turn on this vehicle. One thing I want to point out is that, you know, when you start up, the headlights don't do a dance or anything fancy like that. It's just going to be a regular LED headlight. And now we're going to go ahead and transition into a first-person perspective. So one of the things that I want to just go ahead and start out by talking about is the headlights. Obviously, that's a very important part of any night review, is how good are the headlights. From our experience with these headlights over the last week, these are pretty solid headlights. I would give them like a B score when it comes to headlights. They're solid. The auto high beams work well, and as you can see, that's the high beam right there. This is not a very good demonstration, although we do have a video clip that we'll insert driving on a country road to kind of show what the headlights look like. They're fine. They're not the best in the segment, but probably also one of the better options. One of the things that I also want to point out is that this Hybrid Max Platinum gets a head-up display. It's a very crisp head-up display, and as you can see at nighttime, it looks really, really quite good. Coming back, we do have a full digital gauge cluster. This, of course, changes designs, you know, with your different drive modes. So as you can see, if we put it in different drive modes, you get a completely different look. And as we head back to the steering wheel itself, it's going to be a nice leather wrap steering wheel. It's also going to be heated. As far as our button illuminations, those are all going to be finished in a nice white color all through here. And then over here on the left side, this is how you turn on your auto high beam headlights. This is for your heated steering wheel. And then you also have some power tailgate buttons. All that's nicely illuminated in that white color, as are your window switches over here, and your button to power fold the mirrors on the outside. However, I do want to just go ahead and get into this. Even though we have the fully loaded Hybrid Max Grand Highlander, and this one costs $62,000, there is no ambient lighting in this cabin at all, excuse me. So none on the door trim, none in this center section, and none on this door trim. So I'm a little disappointed by that. I wish Toyota had at least included a little bit of ambient lighting, but I guess you'll have to go up to the Sequoia to get some ambient lighting in this in the Toyota lineup. And then, you know, going into the center console area, once we open up kind of this center console, you will notice that it is not illuminated. So no lighting inside of there. It's going to be a little bit dark if you're looking to get something out of the center console, maybe a donut at nighttime. And then moving up, we do have our drive mode controller. All this is nicely illuminated. Here's our shifter. It's a typical Toyota shifter. It's electronic style. You just kind of bump to the left and then up or down for drive or reverse. The backup camera is really good resolution. We've said this on past Toyota reviews, past Lexus reviews. Fantastic 360 camera, very high resolution. It has the kind of invisibility mode as well. If you start to back up, the car will kind of disappear. Pretty cool touch. And resolution at nighttime is actually just as good as it in the daytime. So happy to see that for sure. Here's your push button start. You have a lot of USB ports, and I am noticing that the USB ports are illuminated. You see those little lights over there, they're all illuminated even at nighttime. Moving up, of course, have 3-zone climate control for this model. We have heated and ventilated front and rear seats for this model. And then, of course, we have the newest Toyota technology. This is the 12.3-inch Toyota screen. It runs their latest software, wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. And one of the things I want to talk about is that this screen looks really crisp and nice during the daytime and at nighttime. Fantastic display. Really give them high marks on the technology in this vehicle. Up top, here's your rear camera mirror. As you can see, it's a tiny, tiny bit grainy, but overall it's a very good look, even at nighttime and in the dark. And then up here at the very top, you have your buttons for the power panoramic moonroof. It's going to be nicely illuminated as well, and the front panel does open up, but I know a lot of you guys are probably curious to see what's in the rear area, so let's go ahead and dive into that. So opening up the rear doors, same thing's going to happen. You have LED illumination and, you know, a lot of different parts of the ceiling, so it really illuminates the cabin well. Lots of space in the rear. If you want to know those figures, go watch our full review. And this is what the whole cabin looks like at nighttime from a back seat view. Here are all your rear seat controls. As you can see, heated and ventilated second row seats in this top of the end model. We also have the lighted USB ports in that center section. Rear window sunshades. You have some more illumination up here in the very top. Overall, it's going to be a little dark back here. I would have definitely liked to have seen a little bit of ambient lighting, just like in the front, but overall, it's a very nice place to spend time. It's very comfortable and spacious for the whole family. Let me go ahead and show you the third row. It's real easy to get back there, and the third row is going to be pretty much the highlight of this car. It's going to be the biggest third row that you can get in any Toyota. It's bigger than the Sequoia, actually. And then as you get back here, tons of room. I'm 5'9", lots of leg room, lots of thigh support, lighted USB ports here in the third row, as well as plenty of cup holders, more lights at the top, and some vents. So overall, a very nice rear seat area. I wish there was a little bit more ambient lighting to make the overall experience a little bit more premium, but overall, a very solid interior at nighttime. And guys, that's going to be where we leave off on this night review of the all-new 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander. Now, like I said multiple times in this video, if you want to see all the details about this car, including a test drive, all types of other content, be sure to go to our channel and watch our full 7-day review. We have a lot of really cool details that I'm sure you won't want to miss out in that video itself. And if you're not already a part of our family, by subscribing, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. By subscribing, you help get us vehicles like this. Toyota will send it down for us to do a full night review on it and have it for a full 7 days. So by you subscribing, you help give us that opportunity. So if you want to see that type of content, hit that subscribe button. If you're already a part of our family, thanks so much for your continued support, and we'll catch you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies. Good night.